On Christmas Eve, 1944, screenwriter Valentine Davis was shopping for his wife. The department store was so packed that it couldn't be ignored. Seeing all of the commercialism, he took notice of how much the Christmas season, a time of joy and giving, had become a corporate cash grab. He quietly thought to himself, what would Santa Claus think of all this? With those feelings in mind, he decided to write a premise based around that very question. He took his concept to his friend and colleague George Seaton, who would later become the screenwriter and director of the film adaptation. The two knew that they had something special on their hands and pitched their idea to 20th Century Fox. Fox considered it nothing more than a typical B-movie since it focused on Santa Claus, but nevertheless, they gave the project the green light. Several title ideas were thrown around, such as Miracle on Herald Square, Mr. Kringle, and It's Only Human. Finally, the team settled with Miracle on 34th Street, since the setting took place around the Macy's department store on 34th Street in New York City. And with that, a timeless holiday classic was born, and it's my personal favorite out of all of them, which is why I would like to talk about it this Christmas season. Miracle focuses on a divorced woman named Doris, played by Maureen O'Hara, who is raising her daughter, Susan, played by young Natalie Wood, in the middle of the Big Apple. Their neighbor, Fred Gailey, played by John Payne, takes an interest in the two and tries to squeeze his way into their lives. But while Fred thinks Susan should live a childhood of imagination and dreams, Doris feels that it's better to be realistic and raise her daughter to see the world for how it really is. But things start to change when Kris Kringle, a jolly old man who believes himself to be Santa Claus, enters their lives. Little by little, Kris reminds the family and the people around them what the true spirit of Christmas means. Yeah, there are other specials out there with similar messages. We've all seen A Charlie Brown Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and we've all had A Christmas Carol shoved down our throats. Don't get me wrong, I love these specials as well. But what separates this film from the rest of our traditions is that it's more grounded in reality. Even the arguments feel more relatable. It's not animated, there are no ghosts or angels coming down from the heavens to perform miracles. Every single character in this film is a regular human being, experiencing a typical, commercialized holiday season like the rest of us. My mom likes to watch this movie every Thanksgiving night because it begins on that very evening and transitions into Christmas. I admit, at first I found that a bit annoying because since this is my favorite holiday movie, I don't like to just watch it and get it over with immediately. I want to savor the excitement of watching it throughout the season. But the more I've thought about it over the years, the more I realized that this probably is the film that we should start the holiday off with. Not because it begins on Thanksgiving, but because the movie can possibly teach us how to get into the right spirit for the Christmas season. The film has been remade several times throughout the years as TV specials, theatrical remakes, and even stage plays. But none of them have been able to capture the magic of the original. And a key part of the reason is due to the performance of Edmund Gwenn as Kris Kringle. Gwenn plays the character with such heart that you're convinced that he believes every single word that comes out of his mouth. From the weird,
"You've got Cupid where Blitzen should be. And Dasher should be on my right-hand side." Still, I don't suppose anybody had noticed that except myself.
No, I don't suppose so.
to the logical.
Seems we're all so busy trying to beat the other fellow in making things go faster and look shinier and cost less that Christmas and I are sort of getting lost in the shuffle.
Oh, I don't think so. Christmas is still Christmas.
Oh, Christmas isn't just a day. It's a frame of mind.
He's so immersed in the role that by the end of the movie, we, the audience, want to believe he's really Santa Claus as well. Natalie Wood actually did believe that he was Santa throughout production, until she saw him without his beard for the first time at the wrap party. One can only imagine how the conversation following that awkward moment went down. Even the adult actors believed it to a certain extent on set because of how joyful he was to work with. In fact, unknown to the public at the time, for the benefit of the film, Gwenn also played Santa for the 1946 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which became the footage used for the actual parade sequence at the beginning of the film. With that kind of commitment, it's no wonder he won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. You can make the argument that the movie itself is too sappy, but what's wrong with that? It's Christmas. A lot of things that we watch and do around this time are sappy. Even the trees get with the program. But no matter how you look at it, Miracle on 34th Street continues to wow new viewers to this day. When I was in college, I had friends who had never seen this movie before and beat themselves up over it. Bottom line, if you haven't seen this movie, then do so. You don't know what you're missing. I'm going to give Miracle on 34th Street 5 stars. Guys, thank you so much for continuing to watch my videos, and whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa that you celebrate, I wish you all the best this holiday season. Take care.